Hey, what's going on, phone dogs? Beau HD here, and I picked up the new Moto G 3rd generation. It's the new budget smartphone on the block, and it features many new improvements over the previous generation, believe it or not. So in this video, I'm going to focus on 11 new improvements found in the 3rd gen Moto G. So first of all, we have a new design. Well, it's actually based off last gen's Moto G, but we have a redesigned back cover with a fresh new texture. It's very subtle, but feels pretty good in the hand, and it is removable and can be swapped out with various colors. We have a strip of metal in the center for the iconic Moto dimple and the camera, but the most notable new addition is the metal frame running along the sides of the device, which really makes you question just how cheap this device is. The new Moto G is also water resistant this time around. It can withstand immersion in up to 3 feet of fresh water for up to 30 minutes. You just have to make sure the back cover is properly sealed because that's really important. The display measures in at 5 inches and features a 720p resolution, and it's very similar to the 2nd gen Moto G, but it does feature an extra layer of Corning Gorilla Glass. Now the display isn't the best, but it's very solid, offering good viewing angles and bright, vibrant colors. The 3rd gen Moto G also features a 13 megapixel camera sensor and 5 megapixel front-facing camera sensor, up from an 8 megapixel rear and 2 megapixel front-facing camera sensor from last year's model. We also do have a dual-tone LED flash, but images are certainly better than last year's model as they aren't oversaturated and are fairly detailed, although I will add they aren't as crisp as a high-end or even a mid-range smartphone that you'd find today. Inside the Moto G, we have an improved quad-core Snapdragon 410 processor with 1GB of RAM. You can, however, upgrade the RAM and the storage from 1GB of RAM to 2GB of RAM, and from 8GB of internal storage to 16GB of internal storage, all for an additional $40. But with the pure Android Lollipop experience, the Moto G actually handles itself very well, as I personally really haven't noticed any stuttering or hiccups in my testing. Now, I did mention the storage and RAM options. Last year's Moto G features just 16GB of internal storage, but this year you can upgrade the storage and the RAM, and there is still a microSD card slot for expandable storage, which is always nice to see. The 3rd gen Moto G also features a larger 2470 mAh battery as opposed to the 2070 mAh battery found in last year's model. I haven't been able to test it in detail. I don't really feel comfortable giving you guys false information, but Motorola does claim that it can last 24 hours with moderate usage. It also does feature dual SIM support, but you can now take advantage of 4G LTE on both SIMs, which is new. There are also a couple new gestures found in the new Moto G that can be found in the Moto X smartphones. You can twist your wrist to activate the camera app, and you can Jackie Chan karate chop the device to activate the flashlight. The 3rd generation Moto G cost $180 off contract for the 8GB variant with 1GB of RAM, or about $220 for the 16GB variant with 2GB of RAM, and both versions do feature Moto Maker, so you can customize this device to your liking. So with that said, let me know which improvement is your absolute favorite. If you could only pick one new feature, what is it? Let me know down below in a comment. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. As always, I'm Beau HD from PhoneDog.com. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you right back here in the next one. See ya.